I'm Friday, and in the next 5 minutes I'm going to talk about getting started in programming. And you'll see that I've chosen to start in PHP, but I'm going to cover a number of programming languages because I teach a number of them, and they all carry concepts which are common to each other, and it's good to have transferable skills. So I'm going to try and do this in 5-minute bursts by keeping an eye on my timer, but it won't always come out to that, and I'm going to be focused on things that I'm teaching at the Open University. So one of the first things I'm going to start with is PHP because I'm very familiar with it, and because an awful lot of websites use it on the web. It's used as part of WordPress, it's used in any event on other projects. I've used it on many programming projects. And I'm going to start off by saying I'm not inherently a good programmer, so why would I be teaching programming? Because I've been doing it for a long time, and because I use programming as an expression of creativity. So in the same way that an artist would not paint because the artist uses a paintbrush well, but more because the paintbrush allows them to express something, that's what I use programming for. And that's something philosophically that you should bear in mind if you're going to do programming. You're not programming because you want to program, you're programming because you're expressing something. So let's start off and get some output. So usually PHP is buried in a web page, but there are a lot of processes that you have to do, and if you're a beginning programmer, that sort of thing is very intimidating. So we're going to start off from the very basics, and we're going to start off from a place in which you're going to find that you need to sometimes go and look things up because you don't know what the programming language can do, you don't know how it works, it's something new, and you need to get used to looking at documentation. And this is one of the key things that I do all the time, is look at documentation. So most programming, I'm coding in Notepad++, which automatically highlights things. It's a very good program, go fetch it, it's free. And I'm going to just paste in some code that I had here, and classically we have hello world. Now I'm using print, which is essentially a function, in a mode in which it is not a function, and you can tell it's not a function because I'm not passing an argument to it. I'm just telling it to do something. I'm telling it to do something, and PHP can understand this. And if I save this file and switch over to my window, how do we make PHP run at the command line? So what I did was I changed to where my PHP things are, and I write PHP. Now PHP is in my path, and I'll talk about how to put PHP in the path down the road. Nowadays it should really, with PHP 7, get installed in the path automatically, but if it doesn't, we can fix it. And then I'm going to look at the name of this file, and the name of this file is beginning PHP, and we can see it here, beginning PHP. And sometimes when people program, the first line they put, you always need a white space after the tag up there, and you always need those red tags. If you're programming in PHP, the words have to go between the red tags. They put in a comment and the program name. So let's save that. So since this is a comment, as indicated by these two slashes, it doesn't do anything. This does something, and we're going to make it do something over here, and we're going to make it do something by saying PHP run this program. And when we run it, it prints hello world, and that is your very first program. It's the very first program of so many people all over the world, and it's a good program because it lets you check that some fundamental things are happening, like you've understood the syntax of the simplest thing you can do, and you've written a program that gives some output. So that's my 5 minutes. We'll move on to the next one.